Doubleheader weekend kicks off week 7 of the Madden NFL 19 round robin tournament. Today we have Josh Rosen and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's go out to Arrowhead Stadium on a windy October afternoon. Arrowhead Stadium in 2014 actually made its way to the Guinness Book of World Records for the loudest recorded stadium noise ever, at least before CenturyLink Field beat it. In fact, the noise was so loud after a 2010 wildcard game the Seahawks were in that it almost registered on that it actually registered on a earthquake tracker. Beast mode. Let's go to a rather windy Arrowhead Stadium. So, Dick Enberg, hope you're holding on to a pole.
Something to keep their eye on. The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best, controls the clock, they will come out the victor. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. And what qualities really attracted Kansas City to move up to get Patrick Mahomes? We know it's the big arm. He got that from his dad, a former Major League pitcher, but also has the moxie and the ability to move outside of the pocket and make any throw you want, across body, all the way downfield, the short stuff. This guy's got it all. They're running for the first time with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football. But that means if I want to run it inside, if you get strung out on the perimeter, you're a peril. Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. And that's the big balance of love right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I'm going to press block, shaking every time he touches the rock. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key. What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes. throw with Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And it's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
I apologize in advance, but the beat beaters up in 2 minutes D-line, you just know they're going to counts up 3rd and short. And yes, they were short with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short in the first down.
On fourth down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep, the dangerous Farrell Cooper. Oh, what play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. The first carry down, this is Johnson. And they'll give him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. They also safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you.
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level. One of the best players in the game.
On second down, Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him for a set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And that closed out quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there to bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you got a running back at this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, because some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
Now Rosen. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Would have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. An opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands. Unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief down on offense, and that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Fine curve complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A nice gain of 21 yards.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw on 1st down to John Schroeder. The right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll spot him at the 44. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is another play call that's looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, dump that play, just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to get that big advantage early.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Still second down.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Screen play, Johnson. Only a yard there. Snipped out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
And going to the air on the opening drive. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Rosen. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. D4 with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Warner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, Nicholas said 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why did he throw it away?
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And that's much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start to drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And will not get another play as time will run out on this first quarter. Nothing our score. And we're back to Arrowhead after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaunt as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. after the loss to start out. Here's second and 11. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
Decides to go down one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They'll try a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping is big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 6 there, but now it's third.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, it's Mahomes. He is going to find one here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there as they connect on a quick slant.
If you use the turn pitch and catch a line to be an easy completion, we just saw one right there on third and third to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to finish? Because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just catch him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he goes back to the ugly measure, he's giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to run with.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Just when you want a first down run, call it 80 yards, and it's second and 2.
Yeah, when you get good yards like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Blitz coming and down he goes. The Saturday coming on the blitz. He gets it for a loss of 7.
When we talk about players blitzing all the time, I often laugh when sometimes someone just straight ahead pursuit or a running start right back to the backfield pursuit.
Yeah, I really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down. This is caught by Bell for a Chiefs touchdown. 37 yards. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
The answer right there. They gave up a 7 finish things off, turning it right back around.
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time, a 9-play drive, and it lines up for the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, we get a peek at Larry Fitzgerald as he heads back out there now. And you look at the numbers, not only has he not caught a pass, they haven't targeted him yet, and we're coming up toward halftime.
And you remember our meeting with the coach beforehand? What did he tell us about him? I write his number on my play sheet, and I circle it in bold type, because I want to make sure he gets the ball and often.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
They'd love to just start back with a touchdown right here. If it's a home play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow your defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Rosen will throw on 2nd down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here we go. 3-19. Rosen on 1st and 10. Throw the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Rosen. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
But it appears that they ran man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure you works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. He'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And incomplete on the deep ball. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
I don't coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm is the number one thing that they have as a running back. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Rosen to throw again. And he's got pressure. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down. That sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys locker room call him?
Well, they said with a chuckle, they call him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Now, a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am to go ahead and tap it out the first half. Still in time, they've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
Dawson tacks on the point after, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. They're going to set up shop on the 27-yard line.
As that ball get away from him, he saw the opposing team recover.
You felt this pain?
I felt his pain, and he knew it was going to his head. Tuck him away. Take care of the ball. All the things that you were all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of a half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now. Partner, less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. They begin the drive with Williams. And they didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. So a loss of 5 and only 2nd down.
Double this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure running. That will be brought down right around the 37. Now the timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to walk on deep to the side here. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. He's going to walk on the deep left side here. And this is going to be incomplete. So a touchdown apiece, that's what we had to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, we'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Carter. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Rosen on 1st down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll take it down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pick up there 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It was a nice run slam around, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off. Usually after about 3 to 4 steps, it cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Johnson on the counter. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. The all-pro Justin Houston hit on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Update from the Indianapolis game, the other game that was locally televised today on CBS. The Andrew Luck T.Y. Hilton connection has been strong as ever. As T.Y. Hilton scored a couple touchdowns from Andrew Luck. One of them was a 85-yard bomb early on in the game, first drive for the Colts, as they are up 21-3 on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. As we head back out to Arrowhead, with a game that's been in a pretty tight stalemate between Josh Rosen and Patrick Mahomes.
I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. It's got his man, it's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range. Called good for it, but as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Running in with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with a running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep beating the horse. And I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially when we get deeper in the game.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Base kick, Fitzgerald. And they do get it down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence. When in doubt, find your veterans.
Used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now it's Rosen. Incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprise offensive run.
I am. And you know what? Old school. I want to run the ball first down in this situation. Because 2nd down, that gives me an option for the play action, maybe throwing it.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal. He'll plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal for the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them. If you're going to run the football, if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Veronica Johnson, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was a statement stop right there. Now forces the opposing head coach to answer this question. What do you do on 4th down?
All right.
On to try a field goal now, Phil Dawson from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And Dawson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with a field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays giving up. The ball's over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break up? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. Just the way Ryan said that. I have no idea.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start at half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run that with Ware. And not a whole lot doing there. So get up to about the 28-yard line. David Emerson able to bring it down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
He continues to still go find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 390.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that's what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't have 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about three-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, good thing. Let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Tough ass.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it. You got the ball. 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. And try to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
2nd and 10, and it throws it again. Right side, Rashford. Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 8 yards to the completion, but now they face third down.
Was not critical about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And you know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to be stopped out briefly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time.
Looking sideline, incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. A pretty good coverage there in both of these defenses. They've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a real-pitch game of baseball on both sides, and the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rose will throw. And the Chiefs are going to do it. Anthony Hitchens in there again for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 3rd down. But they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, we certainly did. You've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line. You got to deal with the nose tackle, there's some defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slip free.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away. Boy, it's another boomer. Feel it at the 20. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football. It's 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this one.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Mahomes now throw. Mahomes can't get away Gotta assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Mahomes. That's out to him, the right side complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll leave the 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and flip them around, because especially your best guys. And when it goes down to the slot, you have to coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now it's his carry. Here's Williams. He's going to get this deep in the Arizona side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down. That sets up the 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and the dribbler. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive with the run and passing game in order for them to try to snatch victory.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go now. 390. 390.
They run it here. Brewer. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. They can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He's back to throw. Kansas City.
It's a never say never situation. It's a big, it's a next one that's going to finish.
They scored a forcing in from here late the next. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, say the last. And Week 8 is a big return.
And what happens is going to do for you. He's in your lane. You're so excited about the last tackle. See you mess up. Could come back at you a long way.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They do take up the extra point as well. And the lead is now 14 to 10. That time a 6-play drive. And the captain to put it in the end zone for one of 8 yards. Tucker now to kick this one away. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. Now, this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization. Because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talent. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get done. Get the ball to the right people, get out of bounds, and get it downfield, try and score.
And he's trying to earn his stripes here for the winning drive. They'll look to throw. And Washington's got it into the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second down. Back to throw. There's that man again. It's complete. 8 catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. All-around catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. This one complete to Gresham. And he'll get it down here to 43. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. But he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Throwing now is Rosen. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now it's Rosen. Oh, it's picked up by the Chiefs. And these guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
But that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they coughed it up. I don't think next week at practice will be a whole lot of fun for them.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Grounded scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now here's the timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
So it looks to me like Kansas City is going to be walking away with another victory. So coming up next on CBS, take you out to the NFL Today studio for a quick update regarding Browns and Colts, as that game is getting towards its final stages. The Browns are trying to stage a rally. The score is currently 21-10. With a minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. And the Browns have the ball inside the Colts' red zone. And then after an update there, and possibly some coverage from that game, it'll take you out to Carolina. To North Carolina, where the Carolina Panthers and Denver Broncos will meet for the first time since Super Bowl 50. As Dylan Murray and the Broncos take on Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers at 5:15 Eastern on CBS. Ian Eagle and Dan Fouts are on the side of that game.
As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes Josh Rosen and the Cardinals offense back onto the field. I would imagine you want to win every game big, but if you're a quarterback in the NFL, this is the spot that you love.
You've been dreaming of it since you were a kid, playing in the backyard or the front yard, wherever, where you went through those imaginary situations. Now it's real, though. What practice have you put in since the OTAs and mini camps, preseason camp, sequence of plays, get the ball to the outside, get it out of bounds, save your timeouts, move the ball downfield, and get your team in position to win the game.
Field goal, of course, no good. They need a score. And now it's Rosen looking. He's going to let it fly. And pressure there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing what he's doing against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think you had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity. And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where
That is the final score today from Arrowhead. Chiefs 14, Cardinals 10. Let's go ahead and take you out to the Browns and Colts for bonus coverage or an update from the studio. And then you will see Panthers and Broncos coming up next on CBS. Congratulations to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs on a late touchdown to help beat Josh Rosen and the Arizona Cardinals. If you want primetime football today on tonight, Sunday night, you will have what has been billed as the game of the year between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England
Patriots
at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on NBC.
The Chiefs
And tomorrow
victorious here
night,
as we say so long from Arrowhead.
Beginning at 7 Eastern on ESPN. Then moving to 8 p.m. for Monday Night Countdown, we will have the New York Jets taking on the New Orleans Saints in a game that is rumored to be a blowout. So, final score again from Arrowhead Stadium: Kansas City Chiefs 14, Arizona Cardinals 10.